Welcome to another financial literacy video that focuses on wealth. Ever wondered how you can preserve your wealth? With the ever-rising cost of living, keeping your wealth intact can be difficult if you're not prepared. Even small expenses that you don't plan for can add up to make a big dent in your bank account if you're not careful with your money. By avoiding these 8 potential problems before they start, you can help ensure that your wealth stays intact and that you aren't forced to make sacrifices just to get by. Number 1. Giving back. Give back. If you are already well off, then give back some of what you have so that others can be well off too. This is a good way to ensure that your wealth will not only last for your lifetime, but also for generations to come. Doing charity work or giving donations is one great way to give back and help others in need. You can also use your talent and skills as a professional musician or designer by creating music or art that gives joy and hope to people in the community who need it most. Giving your time through volunteer work in soup kitchens, shelters, after-school programs, hospitals and homeless shelters could be another way you could use what you have to help those less fortunate than yourself. Wealth is not only in the form of money but also your reputation. A good name talks on your behalf where money can't. Number 2. Getting things done early. One way is by creating a will and power of attorney. These 2 documents ensure that you have control over your assets in the event of your death, or if you become incapacitated. Have an estate lawyer create these documents for you so that they can be tailored to your specific needs. If this is too expensive, talk with a tax professional about how to make sure your heirs pay as little in taxes as possible when they inherit from you. The second way is by understanding who can make decisions on your behalf. A living will let people know what life-saving measures should be taken on behalf of someone who cannot make their own decisions due to illness or injury. A durable power of attorney allows another person to make financial decisions for someone who cannot make them themselves. Number 3. Save money in all the right places. Sign up for your company's 401k with a match. Spend less than you earn and pay off your debts. Prioritize retirement savings over building an emergency fund. It could be the difference between retiring in comfort or not at all. Pay down high-interest debt first, but don't forget about low-interest debt, like your home mortgage. Number 4. Consider buying a home. Buying a home is one of the most sound and cost-effective ways to invest in your future. It provides you with a way to build equity and get out of debt. Plus, it acts as an emergency fund that can help you handle unexpected expenses without taking on more debt. You also have the opportunity to pay off any mortgage interest deduction at tax time. One downside is that you may have to stay put for a while. That's because homes are not liquid investments, meaning they cannot be easily converted to cash, and take a long time, sometimes decades, before they begin generating substantial cash flow. But if you're looking for a long-term investment that will appreciate over time, then buying a house is worth considering. Number 5. The power of compounding interest. Compounding interest is the process of earning interest on your previous year's interest. It is a powerful tool because it can turn $1 into more than $100 in just a few years. With time, the math starts working for you and not against you. One way to make sure you're able to keep the power of compounding interest working for you is setting up an emergency fund. An emergency fund should be used for unforeseen expenses that happen. You need to set up this account so that if you get fired from your job or have an unexpected car repair bill, then you'll have the money to pay for it without having to take out a loan or go into debt with your credit card. Number 6. Investing in stocks and bonds. Investing in stocks and bonds can be a good way to diversify your portfolio and hopefully see some growth. It's also worth noting that while stocks are riskier, they have the potential for higher returns than bonds. One of the most popular ways to invest in stocks is through an index fund. Index funds are made up of different types of investments that track the movement of a particular market index, like the S&P 500 or Dow Jones Industrial Average. Number 7. Think long-term. Long-term thinking is the key to preserving wealth. Plan for the future and set up a savings account with an emergency fund. Remember that there are always unexpected surprises in life and you should be prepared. When it comes time to retire, make sure you save enough money so that you can live comfortably without having to worry about running out of money before your time. It is also important not to overspend because that will only deplete your funds even faster. Living within your means while setting aside some money for emergencies will help preserve wealth. The wealthier you are, the more important it becomes to diversify investments as well. That way, if one market goes down, others might go up and help balance things out. Number 8. Smart credit card use. When it comes to building wealth, it is important to manage your credit card usage and payments. There are a few simple things you can do that can help increase your credit card's effectiveness and reduce the amount of interest you pay over time. First, remember to always pay off your balance in full each month. This will allow you to avoid paying any interest charges whatsoever. Second, make sure that you have a plan for when your balance does go above what you have available in your account. That's it for this video. As Mahatma Gandhi said, you only become rich through the things you don't desire. Subscribe to Financial Literacy.